carry on.
So this is the thing. This is when we assume that women perhaps don't have the physical or even mental ability to go to a war. Wait. Because this is the thing.
That's
For
exactly
example,
what
in
she said.
Ukraine, a lot of women took up arms. And in fact, I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. Wait, I'm Angolan. And
Don't lie
listen,
to people at home.
Wait, no worries. I'll talk about my personal
you wanna
story.
go to war? You wanna fight the
wait.
front
Let me
lines?
tell you something. This is the thing. I think it's also really like silly to assume that, for example, a woman, because she didn't go to school, she'll not be as intelligent as a man. Therefore, naturally, a woman is not intelligent. No, it doesn't make sense. If we're now starting to normalize equality and we want to put everybody in the forefront, give a woman a
Who's
gun.
normalizing equality?
Well, that's what people are wanting. Then that's
People
the case.
like who?
Let me tell you,
Who
Auntie.
wants to normalize equality? People like who? Feminists. Who else
No,
wants to?
I want. Well, actually, no equality. I want respect. That's really
No,
what I
what's
want.
stopping you from getting respect?
Exactly.
I get respect.
I
What's stopping
get
you from getting
respect. I get respect.
So,
That's
you
what I
just
want.
said
That's
you
what I
want
like.
respect.
What I think is,
You don't even know what you want.
I'll tell you what I
You don't know what you want. You want
as a
equality.
woman, I
You
carry
want
myself
respect.
differently. I actually hold the things that I have
getting
done in the
sassy.
fight that I fought. I hold it. That's why when you speak to me, I don't move different. I move different to many of the girls. That's why when you talk to me and you argue with me, I don't take
argue with
it.
you.
You do sometimes.
you.
And I'll
I don't
tell you
argue.
something. A lot of women may have the accolades to be somebody, but they are uncomfortable to own that. And the reason why, then I would like to ask you, for example, I do need a man, for example, to, procreate. But other than that, I'm quite strong. And I would find a way to protect myself differently. With that mentality, what would be the man that would be for me then?
Denava, what would you do if one of these security guards broke into your door?
What would I do? Okay, I'll tell
What would you do? What would
One-
you do? No, seriously, there's no guns here.
She's a feminist.
I'll
She's a
tell you.
feminist.
No, I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist. I'm a bit smarter.
Okay,
Either
okay,
I play
these
dead,
two guys.
one. Yeah.
Okay, they see you're not dead.
It's okay.
They
No,
see
I'd
you
be like
breathing.
this, and then if not, maybe I would kind of like be very gentle and comply to find a way to get out of
Okay,
it.
so
If they want to come and kill me,
Okay, before Andrew starts talking, do you agree or disagree with what she was just saying?
In a sense of knowing that you can be just taken on full force and you don't have much to defend yourself with, yes, I believe the best options that she did state was number one, try and play dead or just comply. I don't think playing dead is the
wasn't talking
best
about
case
that part.
scenario.
Got you.
Just because they visibly see that you're alive, they wouldn't
Yeah.
barge into your house if they didn't think that you were alive.
Yeah.
But simply complying until you can find your way to manipulate the situation into your favor.
That's actually solid. But I was more so talking about she said that she doesn't necessarily want to be equal. She just want her respect. What are your thoughts on that? Do you want to be equal to men?
I do.
Okay.
I would wanna
And I
be-
want to take away the laws part of it. Obviously, that's something different. We talking about dating, relationships, stuff like that.
For dating and relationships, I would want my man to be a little more, I guess, dominant than I am. Just because I wouldn't want someone who's submissive to me.
Gotcha.
Because that's just, you're a bitch boy, what the fuck?
Facts, yeah.
But I guess, yeah.
Okay. So, do you want like a traditional relationship or you want like a 50-50 relationship? What type of relationship are you
Traditional.
wanting? Okay.
In a perfect world, I would like a 50-50. But
In a perfect world, you want a 50-50.
In a perfect world.
That doesn't make sense. Hold on. That doesn't make sense. So why would you want in a perfect world, 50-50? Explain that to me.
Because I would want to be able to make my own money and, not have to be a stay-at-home mom all the time.
Okay.
But be able to, have my own stuff going on as well with being a mom. But at the other part of me, from a traditional stance, I would love to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of my kids
Okay.
and have my man provide for me.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's just I'm stuck in that I want a traditional relationship, but I
Yeah.
also would like a 50-50 relationship.
What's a 50-50 relationship look like to you?
I guess just like splitting costs and also like for housework, I guess, as well. Like, I'm not
Okay.
always going to have to be the one that cooks. Like, my man can cook sometimes, too. I'm not always going to have to be the one that takes care of the kids. My man can do that, too, sometimes while I'm doing certain stuff. So, in a perfect world, that would be nice to be able to rely on your partner and share those.
So hold on. So when it comes to a 50 relationship, what about when it comes to decision making or the leadership or that aspect of it? You want it to be 50-50 as well, or he's more so the leader, or
I feel like I should have a say 100%, but at the same time, that's when I also would want a man to come in and take charge and be like, well, you can have your opinion and I'll definitely listen to it,
But fuck
but
that shit.
this is what we're going to do.
yeah, okay.
And just be validated, I guess, in that sense that I am heard.
Okay. Because you was about to lose me for a second. Because a lot of times women say that they want these 50-50 relationships, but then they want someone who is literally smarter than them, taller than them, have more money than them, have more status than them, have literally everything on paper better than them as a human, but then they want to be 50-50, and that doesn't work.
Well, it doesn't work in that sense, especially if you're coming from a lower class as a woman, going to an upper class who is a man, which more than likely that's what it goes.
From
a financial standpoint.
Okay.
From a financial standpoint, if you are making X amount of money as a woman, and your man is making significantly more than you.
Okay.
It's very hard to be 50-50 from a financial standpoint because your man is making significantly more than.
No, I get that. I'm not even harping on the financials so much. I'm talking about when it comes to metrics as humans, right? Generally speaking, a woman wants a superior when it comes to their mate. Yes. So how can you expect a superior to be your equal?
That's true.
That's my, every time a woman says that, that's always my argument because it just doesn't make sense to me personally. But carrying on.
But let's make an important
There's not much that many people can do.
Let's make an important point. You're talking about equality equaling respect. The way you get respect as a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing. We can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where it all gets fucked up. We try and pretend it's all the same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever. It's only confused where you have women who sit and go, no, because in the name of equality, we can fight in war. There's no fucking women on the front line in Ukraine. That is psyop bullshit. They put some chick there dancing around doing Pokemon dances to try and convince men to die in a ditch. It's garbage. If you go to the front line of Ukraine right now, you do not see women in their makeup and their manicures. You see fucking men in the freezing cold dying. You know where the women are? Dubai, chilling. That's where the women are. So to sit and pretend that women are just as capable physically as men is a fucking lie. It's delusion. To say that you're as strong as men is delusion. You are good at other things. You're better than men at a lot of things, but it's not the physical world. And the unfortunate reality about life, this is what we're saying when I was saying earlier that feminism goes out the window when things get hard. The harder the world gets, the closer it gets to the baseline of humanity, the unfortunate baseline of humanity is violence. Yeah. That's what happens. If all the electricity were to go out and all the police were to quit, this would become a violent place very quickly, and there would be fucking zero feminists left. Zero. You would all need men. That's the bottom line of reality. That's the bottom line. So you have to understand as a woman and say, okay, I need a man who's good at being a man.
But no one's saying that we don't.
Thoughts before I carry on? Come on, talk to me.
I feel like in this particular video, he does have some good points in a sense because it is true. You don't necessarily see women in the front lines that often. They are usually at home, and it's usually the men that are on the front line.
But, do I hear but? Come in, what's going on?
But I don't think if, let's say, the world didn't have policemen or really any type of government official, that feminism wouldn't exist. I feel like it would exist, but it wouldn't be as common.
I don't believe so. I actually don't, because you need something to protect you of being a feminist. Feminist implies that you are like equal to men in almost every aspect. When we already know that that's not to be true. If we didn't have a world where it didn't have police or government or other men protecting you from other men, then you couldn't have the feminists. Does that make sense? Meaning if there was no cops, there was no fucking government, there was no protection from men, other men would come and take your shit.
And you think that women can't bond together and group together as women and find a way to be able to manipulate the situation and use their brains instead of necessarily having the bronze to be able to defend themselves?
Okay, I like that. And that's actually a good point. But my counterpoint to that would be that they would still need to use men to get what they want. They can't do it on their own or by themselves, is my whole overall point.
But they would be defending themselves with their brains versus bronze.
No. Okay. So, give me an example of how they would defend themselves.
I don't know a specific situation right now off the top of my head.
Well, I can. You would need a power that's bigger than yourself to move the situation in the world around you, and that is going to be men. So let's say all women got together and they was like, you know what? our husbands do this or do that, etc. They're going to manipulate their husbands to get what they want, but they would have to manipulate their husbands
They would
first
still need a constant
to get what they want.
Okay, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Carrying
Anyways.
on.